Hello, successful souls. Hi, everybody. I'm stepping outside so you can hear me clearly. How's it going? Make sure you say hi as you're coming in. It is Metaphysical Mindset Monday, which means that we get together and we go deep dive into the topic of the week that you choose as my valued members here of the Spiritual Success Sorority Facebook group. Okay, so this week is something that I absolutely am pumped to talk about. First of all, if this is your first time ever hanging out with me, make sure you say hi as you're coming in. Remember, this is for you, by you. I love when you engage because this is an opportunity for you to share your thoughts, like open up your mind, like come and be part of this conversation. Your voice completely matters and I love hearing from you. So make sure you say hi as you come in. And just in case this is the first time you're hanging out with me, I want to make sure I formally introduce myself. So hey everybody, I'm Cynthia Stant, CEO of my company, Cynthia Stant, host of my podcast, Spiritual Success, and the founder of the Spiritual Success Sorority, the group that you're in here. So I am a success and business consultant for the woman who truly wants to get it done and see it through. I'm here to help you hit your goals, to strive for your best, and really align with her, your inner feminine beast. She's the end result. She is the end version, your highest self. And she came here to shake, to rattle, to get shit done, and to live her fullest life, really creating impact and ripple effect for those around her. So as you're coming in, make sure you say hi. I see Miss Karina. Hello, love. Robin, how are you? Beautiful. Nice to see you. I am drinking coffee and I'm cracking up because I just had the spiciest avocado toast in the world. My mouth is on fire and coffee is just making it a little bit hotter. So we'll be hot together. Okay, so this week's topic is all about rejection, how to find the positive when going through rejection. As a little reminder before we do, just want to remind you, remember every single Monday, you can go check out Spiritual Success Podcast where we have a new episode go out. Again, if you'd like to, please, I really appreciate it. I appreciate your support. If you love what you're listening to, definitely subscribe and leave an honest review. I read every single one of them, and we also give little goodies to people that support the group. So thank you for doing that. Hi, Amanda. Nice to see you. All right, ladies. So we're talking about rejection. There's this thing, and it's true. Women have, I can say this because I am a woman. Okay? What is the thing that we hate more than anything in the world? It's being disappointed. And having rejection is definitely a form of being disappointed. Am I right? Here's the thing. I have been studying metaphysics for going on 10 years now. I've been in the business world since I first started my career at 23 years old as the youngest state portfolio manager in the world and one of 4 women in a very masculine industry, right? The thing is, I have really realized that after starting my own company, having my own business, this is something that will spiritually push you more than anything in the entire world. My goodness, it 100% is the most fulfilling thing in the world. It's amazing to be your own boss. It's amazing to have your own voice. It's amazing to really impact and inspire other people with your personal work. But it is a mind fuck. It is an emotional test. It will shake you. It will question everything that you've ever done. You will doubt yourself. You will wonder what if, and you'll push and you'll strive. And trust me, I love going fast. I love hitting goals. That's what my whole company is about, is helping women to achieve, their highest version of themselves in a very quick, hyper speed kind of way. I like to go fast. But what I want to say about that is it's been the most beautiful adventure as well. Here's the thing. The road of success is paved with failures. It really is. But failure, you have to remember, is by far the most important teacher. And rejection in some way is like a failure of something, right? You can feel rejected that people are not buying your programs. You can feel rejected that a client said they were coming in and then they chose to go with somebody else. You can feel rejected not just in business, in your relationships. Who here has wanted a relationship to work out so bad? Whether it was with a friend, a family member, whether it was with a man that they desired, right? Like all these things that you really, really want, and it didn't happen. And you feel in that moment like you will die. Like, seriously, God, why? I want this so bad. I feel this in all of my being. I'm manifesting. I want this. I really need all this. I desire this, and it doesn't work out. And then when have you looked back years and years later and said, thank you, God, that did not happen? Or now I realize why it happened and I learned from it. Here's the thing. As you become a more successful person, you will learn how to surrender more and more, because otherwise you're not going to keep growing. You cannot do this all on your own. But you will realize that when you begin to lead others, you really need to understand how to discipline and successfully lead yourself. And that means, that means no one No one outside of you is the source of your success and your happiness. No one. I mean that with every ounce of my being. You cannot look for a client to come in to define if you're successful or not. You cannot, have somebody write the perfect review to make you then validate that you are worthy. All right, that's not how this works. When you decide it is, then so it is. Because if you're a woman of your word and you're committed, then you will not fail. So rejection, sometimes we really focus on rejection as like wanting to be liked. Wanting to be liked. Coffee sip. Priorities. One sec. I'm hanging out at Sago Coffee, by the way. I'll have to tag them here. It's really good. It's a cute little hangout they have here. Here in Jacksonville Beach. Sunny in Florida. Is it getting cold where you're at? Because it's finally like not extremely humid here, but it's still gorgeous. I love it. I was talking to one of my clients in Alaska and she said it's snowing today. And I'm like, what? No. Oh, hell no. Nope, I belong here. All right, so here's the thing. This is important. Sometimes things don't work out. And you can hope and wishing and praying and do all the damn things, right? You can have it fuel your like heart so much, and you can do everything, and you can push and you can go, because that's what success is taught. Like, we've been conditioned in our society to think success is pushing and going and slaying, right? Lord knows I love to slay, right? I literally used to have a call called Slaying Sales. But going and doing isn't what it's all about. That's the masculine side of it. And we need to embrace the feminine side, which is the feminine side is the intuitive of seeing the bigger picture, of understanding the story and the lessons behind it all. And sometimes you need to understand this. This is hard, but you have to recognize that God isn't invested in your goals. What? God is not invested in your goals. God is invested in your enlightenment. Okay? You pick your goals. You came here and you decide what your goals are, and that's a beautiful thing because you're a unique individual. And when you have goals and you have desires, that's going to create an imprint. We're all one, but we all have different goals because we all have different ways that we are going to, really create a ripple effect here. But you have to understand, God is here to help you to remember and to ascend and to become enlightened and to remember your truth. And sometimes that means that lesson has to come through with you not getting what it is that you want. Which means sometimes you're going to fail, and sometimes you're going to feel rejected, and sometimes you're just going to pout and stomp and roll up on the couch all day. Okay, that's going to happen. But it's through that experience that you will find the most beautiful lessons. You will find the most beautiful lessons. And a lot of times that happens through societal, like rejection in general for me kind of means like you feel shame that you're not accepted in somebody else's eyes, right? But again, I have to remind you, nobody on the outside of you is a source of your happiness or success. But we have to remember that means that we are looking to be liked. And what does looking to be liked mean? It's very conditional. It's very conditional. And like is like, well, as long as you do this, then I will continue to like you. I like you based off this, and that, but not when you're like, it's not love. Love, my dears, is unconditional. It's through love that all things are possible. And when you are experiencing rejection and failure and the things that feel so painful, you have to realize it's for you, by you. And that actually in that moment, you can choose as a CEO of your life to label it the way that you decide to. Is it good or is it bad? Here's the truth, sweetie. It's neither. Everything is but a half truth. A metaphysical woman understands that. It is what I say it is. And if I want to label something that's very negative and painful to most people as something that is beautiful and helping to define who I am to become bigger and stronger, then that's what it is. Pain and fear literally are your GPS. They're your GPS to show you that you're not on the right path, and that through this thing, creating the pain, it can actually help you to develop. If you're experiencing pain, it means because you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable, which is a beautiful thing. That is your biggest superpower. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you will grow. And sometimes when you become vulnerable, it doesn't work out because big risks can often get big rewards, but big risks can also fail sometimes and create rejection. But it's through that honesty and through that openness that you're living your life to the freaking fullest. It means you're not living in comfort. And pain isn't bad, because pain is beautiful. It is the guidance. Pain pushes until vision pulls, right? You hear me say this often. All right, y'all, we're gonna have to switch arms. I work out all the time, but like my shoulder's killing me without my little ring light holder. Whew, working it out. All right, coffee switch. Okay, all right, so it's through love that all things are possible, right? And we have to remember pain pushes until the vision pulls. The thing is, we forget this because we're all super intelligent women. We're all human. It's about being emotionally intelligent too, not just mentally intelligent. That we have to understand that as humans, we use 5% of our brain. That's our conscious brain, right? It's through our subconscious, that's 95% of us, that we often can't understand. But you must understand that you're not in control. Now, I am somebody that absolutely loves action. I say it all the time. I show up every single day. Today, I'm thanking God for this opportunity. I am treating myself to a day of coffee and relaxing and just driving my car around, just got her washed, and just soaking in the vibes and giving myself permission to slow down and permission to brain dump and to create space and room and to play with imagination, because through that I can see the possibilities, right? But the thing is, I must remember that even though I love taking line action and I love showing women strategies and giving them structure and helping them to give them support and helping them to see the possibilities and give them the courage to say yes to themselves and actually take action to do the thing, the aligned action is important, but the result is not always up to you. Because as bad as you want something sometime, you have to see the bigger picture. It's not about you hitting your goal, it's about you learning the lesson. This whole entire thing, like this is my meat suit and this is school. Like Earth is school for you to remember and learn and have your soul progress farther than it's ever been. I truly believe that the strongest souls come here because this shit ain't easy, okay? If you are here, pay attention to the lessons. Stop striving to go and do and push. There's so much more to success, and trust me, I like hitting my goals. I hit them very often. I like, monetarily being rewarded. I love creating an impact. I love helping other people, but at the same time, I pay attention and I love the lessons. I love the pain. And I have said this very openly, and I'm very vulnerable, and I share my whole entire life with all of you. And I tell you about the struggles and what I've gone through. But some of the shittiest stuff that's ever happened to me has been the biggest blessings, because from those painful rejections and failures, being fired, going bankrupt, losing my father, and having being in abusive relationships and all these things have taught me how to be the woman I am now, to help others. It is through self-discipline and self-leadership that I'm able to help lead others. But it's because I've embraced fear. It's because I've embraced rejection as some of the beautifulest tools to help me, because pain pushes until the vision pulls. Instead of getting stuck in the rejection and victimizing yourself, be a leader and see the light and remind yourself no one outside of you is the source of your happiness. It's through feeling rejected that you need to really question yourself. Where are my standards? What are my boundaries? Can I choose love in this moment always? And when you do, life will shift. When you realize you aren't in control, you'll realize that you have the permission to surrender. And when you commit to your desires, but have faith and allow yourself to disconnect from the emotion and just observe it instead of labeling it, instead of judging it, choose to love it, you'll realize it isn't all on you. The more you strive, the more you become comfortable with becoming uncomfortable, the more rejection you're going to face. I say it all the time, and I really mean this. I'm not here to please everybody. My lessons are not meant for the masses. My lessons are meant for the few, for the women who truly want to get it done and to see it through. It's not to say, oh, you're okay and it'll be all right and I'll pat you on your back and everything's fine, sweetie, and here's a participation trophy. No, that's if that's what you're looking for, clearly you're not going to like me, and that's okay. I'm for the women who really understand that this is a lonely path. The higher you go up, the lonelier it becomes. But it's for those who are ready to understand that you get to live this life. Why dabble? Why try? Why figure out? You know, just do it, just claim it, just own it. But while you're doing this, you have to realize it's not all on you. It can't be on you. Cynthia Stan is not who I am. That is literally who I am identified here in this physical form. But I am so much more than that. I am pure consciousness. I am highest awareness. I am literally a goddess, divine being. Like, I am magic, right? And with that faceless identity, I realize I am not alone. I am supported. I'm supported mentally, financially, spiritually, energetically, and the source of my happiness and the source of my success is God. And when I realize that and see that, why would anybody's not, approving of me or liking me or wanting to work with me ever affect me? Because I'm here to show up. And when I do what I know is important and is my purpose, and I commit to God and say that I'm ready to do the work and I'm willing and vulnerable, those who are ready will come and they will say yes. And I know that. And so I don't have to push myself or convince anybody. I'm here to convey my message and stand in my truth. And that's what's important. We don't have to change people's opinions. Everybody's doing the best that they can at the conscious level that they are at. And I respect that. But I'm also very aware of my consciousness, and I'm very aware of expanding, and I'm very aware of ascending. And so with that being said, I give myself permission to fuck up. I give myself permission to make mistakes. I give myself permission to feel pain. I give myself permission to love fully. I give myself permission to grow and pivot and to move consistently, And so very often things aren't going to go your way, but that's because you're making moves and you're getting out of your comfort zone. Be proud of that. Feel good about that. And just remember, if things don't go your way, it's not about God being invested in your goals. It's about being invested in your lessons and enlightenment. So that's what I gotta say about that. Just remember, it's really true. If your heart is hurting and you feel pain because of feeling not being accepted or understood, then that's an opportunity to look at it differently, because only you get to decide how you feel, how you think, and what you do. You are the boss. You're the CEO of your life. You hire the actors, you fire the actors. And every time that something makes you feel triggered, something makes you feel uncomfortable, something like causes you pain, it's for you to see, there's something in there to study, to learn. Because if I feel this way, it means I care about it. And if it's making me feel this way, then there is the vision there to help me grow from it. So, ladies, I love you. I appreciate you. I just want to remind you, if ever you're interested in hanging out with me more, we're constantly enrolling for the Spiritual Success Experience. This is my 12-month program where we dive into metaphysics, mindset, meditation, and of course, manifestation of all things beautiful and wonderful, which includes money, relationships, fitness, all those wonderful things. Get ready, get excited. We are going through relationships right now inside. If you're still like, man, did I miss that? We only had one session so far. Our second one is tomorrow, so you can still catch up and join us inside Mastering Relationships, where really understand and you can connect to your inner feminine beast. All relationships really start with you first, because you go first, the universe responds. You set the standard. You show people how to trust you, how to respect you, how to love you by how you do it yourself, because everything on the outside of you is a reflection of what's happening within. So that is still enrolling. If you'd like to come join us, you certainly can. Any of you ladies who are really to upping your business, I'm here. We are, accepting applications for the VIP Inner Circle. We had our first session last week. We have our second coming up this week, where I'm really helping ladies who are at the multi-six-figure, ready to hit 7 figures in their business, to understand that it's not just systems, business, sales, and strategy. I love that. Been doing that my whole life, but it's also learning to surrender and have success in your spirituality to become the woman who truly gets it done. Definitely reach out to Karina. She's here to support you. And in the meantime, cheers. I'm going to go enjoy my coffee, brainstorm, and come up with some more lovely things to send your way. Ladies, acknowledge it, embrace it, see it through. Thanks for being here, Catherine. Thanks for checking us out, Linda. Karina, you're the best. Edra, amazing. Love that you're here. Thank you for being here, everybody. Catch you later.